What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Mr. Diabolical Ebony. And I decided to go ahead and wait to talk about Ebony because I knew we had the patch notes, and it was letting us know we had this insane 8.5 hour long maintenance. And I thought, and then I looked at his kit, and I didn't see any accumulation. And my first instinct was, oh man, no accumulation. I mean, they kind of screwed him over the other Black Order. But when you start playing with Ebony, if you have this uniform, you'll see that even at level 60. He's pretty bonkers, guys. I do believe we probably got a 5 out of 5 here. This guy is actually quite strong. In fact, I think that's an understatement when I say quite strong. I think he's very, very strong. Pretty easy to play. He is proc friendly, which is pretty surprising, especially since he has such a long cooldown on his 5th skill. But we'll run through the build and we'll talk about the little changes that they made to him and how you probably should play him. Now, I've only played him for a short time. This might change. It might be different with using the tier 3 because I obviously don't have him at tier 3. I mean, you guys are just going to see a run using him at level 60 with a complete crap build. He has 26,700 energy attack. He has 122 attack speed, 55 crit rate, 159 critical damage. I mean, guys, these are bad stats, especially that critical damage being 159%. He has max indoor defense, max skill cooldown, and that attack speed I actually wish was a little bit higher. I think it would make him even better because then you could go through his skills a little bit faster, and I think it'd make his rotation a little bit easier. And I'll explain that in a second. But he has no Urus in his slots, so just level 20 gears. He's level 60 character, and Ebony is a pretty insane looking character. I mean, he does have the increased damage dealt to superheroes by 50% and by supervillains by 30%, which is a wonderful, wonderful passive, but it's only to himself. So that's something to remember. And he does have the paralysis, and he does have burn, so maybe he'd be an AVX meta, but honestly, to dethrone Mephisto is a tall order. That's a very, very tall order. He's strong, and I don't have no idea how strong he's going to be at tier 3. Definitely going to be a lot stronger because of the native stats and the extra buffs he's going to get from the tier 3. But beating Mephisto, pretty tough. But even if he doesn't beat Mephisto, I got to say, he's pretty over the top, guys. Like right now, he's pretty over the top. His second skill has some more burn and capacitation. The third skill has a heal, which is very, very important. And then it has immunity to all damage for 5 seconds. And it has the mind control damage received increased by 6%. So once again, we're seeing another character like Supergiant that actually Rachel was the first. But we're seeing a character that when they mind control, they're actually going to do more damage to the character because they're mind controlling them. That's pretty cool. And this is where you want to put the proc, at least so far from the testing that I've done. He actually plays a lot like Supergiant in that respect, except he has a longer cooldown on his 5th skill compared to her. It's not as smooth as her, but it's still pretty damn good. And I correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I thought his mind resistance down originally went up to 100%. I can't remember if it did or not, but let me know in the comments. Now they got it up to 50%, but even so, he's crazy, guys. His 4th skill is nothing, but it does a lot of damn damage. There's a lot of residual damage that actually comes from this skill. And then the 5th skill, they changed this from 35% attack to 50%. That's a really, really amazing buff. I was so happy that they did that. But then they gave us this 1% all speed and 1% crit rate, and you're like, why? I mean, 1%, I mean, what's that going to do? I really sometimes don't understand Netmarvel's way of thinking. It's almost like they like writing extra text on these characters. I don't know. And then it's passive. The increased mind damage by 30% is nice. And the decrease all damage too is 30%. That's really, really important for Ebony because he is pretty fragile. It's definitely level 60. I imagine in tier 3 with all the extra native stats, he's going to be much tankier because he's going to have a lot more HP. But his tier 3 is pretty interesting because at an all defense down, it goes up to 70%, which is massive. That means you put a debuff leadership with him. It's going to go up to, I think, 84%. That's a lot of all defense down. So even for players that don't have Pierce, he's going to do a lot of damn damage. And he does have penetrate everything, 80% chance to penetrate everything on his tier 3. And then he does have invincibility. He doesn't have a remove debuff on his tier 3. I wish he did. That'd make him a lot better for whenever you're fighting him against Mephisto. Because Mephisto can stun you in the last moments of the fight. But, I think a lot of players are probably just going to play against Null rather than Mephisto. Because maybe they would prefer the CTP of energy or the mighty CTP of energy over the mighty CTP of regeneration, but it really depends on the kind of player you are. But you do get this 30% increase of all attack for 8 seconds. So after you do the tier 3, you're going to be able to go through another rotation where you're going to have that extra 30% all attack. And that's actually quite strong. Even though he doesn't have accumulation, that's quite strong. And when you start playing with him, you'll realize there's a good reason they didn't give him accumulation. He's pretty damn strong, guys. They didn't change his leadership. It's still 40% increase of energy attack. So, I mean, maybe he'll be a little bit better leadership for Mephisto. And, you know, you can put him in the leadership and then have Cyclops and other support for the 30% increase of energy attack, because Cyclops gets 35% increase of all attack for his leadership. So if you have Ebony in the leadership for Blast Spell and Day, you'll get an extra 5% all attack. And you can still take benefit of that 30% energy attack from Cyclops. So it's a little bit better, but not much. So let's check them out and let's run through the skills and rotation, guys. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn this SFX on. There we go. And by the way, I haven't tested SFX on and off, so maybe the rotation will be a little bit different with it on. Maybe it'd be a little bit smoother, but the 5, actually this skill, you can cancel this damn thing pretty much immediately. You will get that meteor at the very end every time. The 4, you don't want to cancel immediately, but you just want to delay just a slight moment. I mean, as soon as that whirl shows up at the bottom, as soon as it shows up, you want to go into your 3rd skill and put your damage proc on 3rd skill. So it looks something like this. 5, 4, 3. Now, I know with the SFX on, it kind of throws things off a little bit, but that's kind of what you want it to look like. You want that proc to be on a 3rd skill, and just like with Supergiant, you're going to be mind controlling your opponents, and your proc's going to be landing on that skill. So they're just going to be sitting there stationary, and they're not going to do anything. And you want to hit that 5th skill first. You do get the buffs immediately from the skill. You get the max buffs immediately from the skill, so you can immediately cancel it, which is nice. You got the 2nd skill, cool. And then the 1 skill, cool, but you're not really going to do them except for maybe when you have the tier 3 to try to build the tier 3 up really fast. So now with the SFX on, let's take a look at this tier 3 because this is pretty awesome. What? What? Guys, seriously, I got to do it again. I got to do it again. I got to do it again. I'm sorry, guys. This is one of the coolest damn tier 3s I've ever seen. We got to do this again. This is so freaking dope. This is one eerie looking tier 3. Oh, I love it. Look at this. Oh my god, I love this thing so much. I love it so much. I love his tier 3 so much. It's so freaking awesome. I want to tier 3 this guy just because of his damn tier 3. Just because the animation. He has a Hawk's Eye set, guys. Hawk's Eye! So if I rolled a Power of Angry Hawk is definitely what I'm going to be going for because I want that extra attack speed. And the reason you want that extra attack speed is because you want to be able to cancel through these skills a little bit faster. If you can, it's going to make them a lot easier to time a proc because you're doing 5, 4, 3. And then whenever you're waiting for this cooldown for the 5, because this is on 11-second cooldown, you're just going to go 4, 3. And the beautiful thing again about Ebony is since he mind controls on the 3rd skill, and it does last for 5 seconds, the boss just sits there stationary and not doing anything. The only time this isn't going to happen is whenever you're fighting against Null, Mephisto, or the last couple phases of Thanos. And I mean, you know, Hawk's Eye set, guys, I mean, if I had a Power of Angry Hawk Overdrive set, it'd be a lot better because I'd be getting that extra ignored defense. Right now, I got one of my gears using ignored defense, and if I had Power of Angry Hawk or Overdrive on him, I could actually change that stat to critical damage because that is something he needs right now. I mean, we got really low critical damage, and then we have a mind damage with 110% damage proc. You guys know how I like to do it. I like to keep it as free to play friendly as I can, especially the first review and video of one of these characters, so you all can get a good idea of how strong these characters are, especially on an account like mine that's got 13% Pierce and 100% energy attack. I really try to make sure they almost have the crappiest build possible, so that way you can really see how strong they really are. And he has a normal ranked uniform, and then he does get the 35% increased damage dealt to universal types, and this applies to all allies. And this is going to be a great support for against Null, especially, or even against Thanos, against universal types in PvP or PvE. This is actually really good. I mean, you're going to have the 40% increase of energy attack, and you're going to have the extra 35% increase to universal types. So he's going to be a terrific support for World Boss, but I honestly think he's going to be a lot more than that. So we're going to actually go against Cole. Now, I realize he has mind damage, so really you could go against Ebony himself and do pretty well. But this is a level 60 character, and I'm just using Proxima. She gives 35% damage to supervillains. 35%, not 45, not 50, 35%. And Shuri gives 35% damage to supervillains, right? Or 45% damage dealt to supervillains. We are going to use some strikers. And check this out, guys. Watch this. Now, I'm going to try to go 5, 4, 3. But really, you could just go 4-3 if you really want the proc to land perfectly every time. But I like to start with that 5 to get that 50% all attack if I can. Now watch this damage. This is crazy. Oh, my SFX is on. Now, did you just see the damage that I did? That was crazy, right? Let's go ahead and continue this. And now you can just go 4 and then 3. Now my proc actually landed on the 4 that time. So we didn't do that good of damage there. We're going to go ahead and wait. There we go. And you'll see that meteor come down from the 5th skill. There's the meteor. Look at the damage this guy's putting out. Now you got to let that 4 play out a little bit so you get that tornado. Oh, the proc landed on the 4th skill that time. I mean, sometimes that happens. It's really, really tight whenever you're running through these animations. Oh, I didn't get it that time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Proc came way at the end. But look at him, guys. He's already down almost to the level 8 bar. Whoops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to hit my edge of my phone like that. Go to the center of the screen, Pecker. Okay, don't. My proc landed on the 4th skill again. Even with my proc missing, right? Even with my proc missing. At level 60, he is destroying this thing, right? And even if he gets hit a little bit, he does have a heal. Come on, 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 come on. Oh yeah, take him right out of that phase. Now I don't want to finish this fight. I don't want to finish it. Because I haven't cleared my world bosses yet. But look at him go. He is just, look at this, guys. Look at this. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. But look at it. 3 minutes and 13 seconds. So in a minute and 47 seconds, he pretty much almost beat this thing with 110% proc, a normal rank uniform, no Urus, at level 60. I mean, it's just nuts. It is nuts, my friends. It's just crazy. I know I say crazy and nuts all the time, but I can't help it when characters are this strong. I'm really, really curious to see how strong he's actually going to be when he's tier 3. That's what I want to know. I want to know how strong he's actually going to be at tier 3. So this is stage 60 against Thanos. Same team up. We'll just run through some strikers right here. All right. We do have a debuff striker and ancient one, but you know, Ebony has invincibility and immunity. When that immunity is up from that 3rd skill, he won't be getting debuffed. So it's actually pretty cool that he has both of them in his kit. And with the invincibility, he won't get guard broken because it's going to give him native super armor. Oh my god, look at that. I almost think with the SFX on, it might be better because it seems like I'm able to keep the proc where it belongs a little bit easier. Oh. Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe it is better. Look at the damage he's doing to stage 60 Thanos. He is plowing through this. Whoa. I mean, oh my god. He's definitely a lot stronger than what I anticipated he was going to be. I am pretty blown away right now by this guy's power. Yeah, I do think with the SFX on, it's actually better because you can cancel that 5th skill a lot easier. Come on, come on, come on. Where's that proc? Proc come at the end of the skill. And booyah. Look at that. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Okay, so now that mine resistance down won't work, I'm going to go ahead and switch to Shuri just to make sure we don't croak here. Now, I'll probably end up dying, guys, because seriously, Ebony is very fragile. And all it takes is a little slap. And I'm pretty much going to be dead. What are you going to do, Pecker? Come on, come on, come on, come on. We're going to go ahead and run up here. Try to avoid all this crap. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I had to switch to Proxima because I was probably going to die. Woo! Boy, it's been a while. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at that, look at that, look at that. We're gonna switch to Shuri. Oh my lord, oh my, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Ooh, run, 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 run. Oh crap, I got hit, I'm a loser, I'm a loser. Even without the mine resistance down, right? We are still doing pretty insane. Okay, missed my proc. I had to switch. I was afraid I was going to get time frozen there. Ooh, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, boy. Yeah. I tell you what, this off-the-cuff play is definitely not easy trying to do this. Try to record, talk, and play all at the same time. Okay, I'm going to draw him over towards me. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Come on, 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 come on. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Run, 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 run. Now there, I'm canceling the 4 a little too early. So I need to be careful of doing that. I need to make sure that 4 hits. There we go. You'll do a lot more damage if you do. Oh boy, run, run, run. Okay. Oof. Oh God, oh God. Okay, 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 okay. I tell you what, it has been... We're going to go ahead and pause. Look at this, guys. Look at this. 30 seconds, 37 seconds left. Level 60, no Urus, no more rank uniform. 110% damage prop. 160% critical damage. I came here on a whim. I came in here on a whim, and I played this. This was one try, my friends. One try. I mean, granted, it wasn't easy, but he could clear stage 60 Thanos with the build that I have on him right now. I know I got 13% Pierce, but that is bonkers, my friends. This is crazy. There's so much work I could do to this guy. So much I could do to build him up. I just... Listen, man, I'm flabbergasted. I'm honestly flabbergasted by how strong this character is. I cannot believe how good he is. I can't say it enough, guys. Like, this uniform is amazing. So I really think that Netmarble really just knocked it out of the park once again. I think we have another freaking crazy-ass home run that's hit all the way out in outer space. He is nuts. Oh, and I'm actually very, very curious and interested to see what he's going to be like when he's tier 3. I mean, I am so motivated to tier 3 this character that it's not even funny right now because of the potential that I'm seeing here. This, I mean, if he can do this kind of damage, I'm really curious to see what he can do at tier 3 against Null and Mephisto. So let me know how you're all feeling about Ebony. So far, I think he's freaking amazing. I mean, he's got great crowd control. He has really good survivability with his heal. I believe his heal is on his 3rd skill, right? Yeah, he's on his heal on his 3rd skill. With the immunity, with the invincibility, you can cancel skills fairly well. I mean, yeah, he'll miss the proc sometimes, but you saw what happened. Even though we were still missing a proc, and even though I'm using 110% damage proc, he's still freaking monstrous. So let me know how you're all feeling about Ebony, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.